What's going on, folks? It's your man Jay. So recently I've been putting this phone up against a lot of phones, and I've been picking other phones over this phone. But let me say this in this quick short video update. It's been 2 weeks with this it's been a little bit more than 2 weeks. It's been like almost 3 weeks with this phone, and it's fantastic, man. Like, straight up, it is fantastic. There is it may seem like, because some of you guys kind of take it the wrong way, it may seem like I dislike a phone just because I'm not giving it all this love, saying it's the best for everything. But in reality, the phone is hot. It's a win-win. That hasn't changed from when I first got the phone. It's just that when you have a phone, there's other phones that are going to come along that are better, or you have a better experience. So you have to remember that when you're watching reviews. My take on this phone is it a buy? Yes, it's a definite win. It's one of those slept on phones that people just won't buy because they probably just don't know about it. But I would still take this phone over, like when I do my 2-year thing, when I say like, oh, I got to keep this for 2 years. Some of you guys kind of, I don't think you follow very well or something, because you take that as though I'm saying, oh, this phone's trash, and no. It's not like that. If I say another phone is better than this phone, it doesn't mean that this phone is bad. But this phone has high-end features, but sometimes when you get it next to another phone and the other phone does several things better, then it's just what it is. But that's sometimes not the case with this phone. I like this phone for content creating, but the only issue I have with it compared to my iPhone 10 and 10s Max and even my iPhone 6s, I have to do things off of the phone. And if I do something with this phone, it has to be a one-take Jake. It can't be any kind of special editing for certain things, because I don't want to use the software that I purchased. I purchased that producer, whatever it is, the one that everybody told me to buy, and I bought it and I like it. However, I just don't like it compared to iMovie. But other than that, man, I can transfer stuff from this phone to iMovie to edit. I know that I could do that, but a complete experience with this phone for content creating is definitely solely just the cameras. The cameras on this are just ridiculous. I could use this for YouTube, hands down. I've said that in a bunch of different videos, and I stand by that. But some people talk about like, oh, it's not gonna get any software updates. What about boot loop and all these other things? If I were to have some problems like that, I probably would talk about it in a video, but I'm not having those problems. This is a complete phone. It's a really nice device. I don't have any issues with it. Battery life is sick. Service over Project Fi is tight. There's nothing wrong with it. I really, really enjoy it. The only thing I think, after using this for a while, I tried the speaker thing, like laying it on the table. I actually put it on a hollow box, right? I put it on this box, right? And it looks good. It sounds good and everything. It just sounds like it's something echoing off of a hollow box. It's hard to explain. It sounds better without doing that. Like, without doing the putting it on the table, putting it on the box, it sounds better not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So this is a nice phone. Sometimes when I get it next to my Vivo, I just think, wow, this is a good size. But I have big hands, so the Vivo works for me. Big phones work for me. I don't have a problem with it. You know what I mean? But the G7 is like the perfect size for the average consumer. You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? You get it next to an iPhone 6s, and that gives you some idea of how small this phone is, but it's just all screen. A lot of people complain about the notch area up there, but it is what it is, man. It's nothing. Oops, I said it. Man, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, man, it's an inside thing, folks. It's an inside thing. You probably think, why don't Jay want to say that word? He always say, what it's called. It's an inside thing. For those that are in the know, But I just want to make a quick video, man. This phone has a lot of features. Wireless charging. It's an IP68. It's just one of those phones that nearly has everything. It pretty much does have everything according to today's standards, but people just not buying it really. If you're in the in crowd if you have this phone, because you know how hot it is. But if you pay $750 through a carrier, then you probably don't think it's that. You're probably thinking you're getting robbed. Well, you just happen to get it for that high price. But you know what I'm saying? This is a nice phone. And I have the best model, because I have the unlocked version. It's got 60 frames per second recording, and it's the matte blue. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm winning in that situation. Anyway, man, quick video update like 3 weeks with this phone, I guess. I don't know. I'm loving it, man. Obviously I use it because I got, my Project Fi SIM card in there, so I'm making calls, I'm doing everything. It's a win-win, folks. It may not be better than some other phones, and I may not choose it over other phones sometimes, but it's still good. You know what I mean? So leave a comment down below, G7 owners. Anybody interested in getting this phone? I recommend it, period. So Project Fi link down below if you want to sign up. We both get $20. I'll let me.